Hiya. Just thought I'd share with you the alcohol burner that I've made from a deodorant can, Lynx deodorant. Simply snap off the cap, hacksaw off that, saw off the top part and the bottom part, put the top upside down and put it inside the base of bit cut off. Bit of loft insulation goes in between the inner, if you like, and the outer, and you end up with something that looks like that, which get a bit of a close-up of. Beauty of this is the design of the Lynx can is such that there is a bit of a gap once you've knocked it all together where that is narrower than that. So effectively this top part here sits inside your base, and that difference there forms your gas pressure chamber, and then all you need to do, once, this is advisable that you do this once you've got these in two separate parts before it's fully assembled. This is a whole lot easier. At sort of 10mm intervals, put the thumbtack in there, give it a bit of a twist upwards, which helps the jets go in sort of upwards direction, which is sort of better for heat transfer and so on. What you don't want is too much sideways movement. It means a lot of the heat's being wasted sideways. So if I just move over there, we can give this quick demo. Quite a simple job this really. This is all out of one can, which is the beauty of this, rather than sort of a bit off one, a bit off the other and so on. There's not a lot of mucking about with this one, so I'm going to put not a huge amount of meths in here, probably less than what's in there in fact. That's what I'll do is, you can see it, possibly helps. You also end up with a bit of a sort of a fill line on here, which you may or may not be able to see. There's a sort of a ribbed colliery bit there, and that's been absorbed straight up by the fiberglass insulation inside. That draws that straight up where you want it. I'm going to put a bit more in there, just so we've got something to light. Lid on, out of the way, and then we can just light that. You can see the beauty of this, how quickly this thing fires up, and the actual jets, which is what you want to fire up. So I'm just going to light that. Keep that's going. Move the light out of the way to help that. Now very quickly, put some water in here. I'm going to go for about half a litre, something like that. There-ish. Hopefully you can get a bit of an idea about how quickly this fires up. There you go. It's a variation on the sort of white box stove that we've all seen a few times, but the aluminium is thinner on this. Well, we're ready to go on now. Look. Get it nice and central. Just move this round. You can have a look at the way those flames are spreading on that. What I'm sort of pleased about with this is how quickly those jets kick in. Very often with these, certainly on the proper transiers and things, it takes a while after you've lit the central reservoir for the actual jets to start booting up and sort of igniting, which is what you're really after. With this, I could not believe how quickly it was. I've got some instructions on here. sort of working drawings that may interest you. If I can get a... that might be about right. Try and not set fire to the camera at the same time. Just going to leave that on there for a second. So what the vectors there. The number of tools used in this are a hacksaw, taking the top and the bottom off. This part here needs to be cut off as well, the sort of siphon tube, the plastic bit's been snapped off, and then you've take the hacksaw, stick it in a vise, doesn't have to be tight, just sort of rest it in, and you can just gently just sort of hacksaw around just where that collar meets onto the main part of the can until that comes off. Dimensions are, for the base of the can, 48mm from the end. You can convert this however you see fit. We've removed that bit there, so from there to there, 43mm. Well, this is what I've done, but it allows for a bit of sort of overlap when that inner is bashed into the outer. You've got a bit of sort of friction fit around there, about 10mm or so friction fit. So once that's hammered into that, that's nice and tight. Other tools used, bit of abrasive paper just for roughing off, so not roughing off, smoothing off rough edges. Bit of loft insulation, just someone stole from the loft earlier. And I say I've put a bit of meths in that, though there's not much gone really, to be honest. It's a couple of slugs. I've got no actual figures for you, I'm afraid. And the thumbtack, which is matte, beg your pardon, it's a matte pin actually, that rather than a thumbtack. You can get these pretty much next to nothing. I've got a sort of pile of them there. Get them from a stationery shop. Let's see how this is going there then. Won't be boiled yet, but it's making some sort of a noise. Yeah, we've got a bit of movement. Just about coffee or hot chocolate temperature there, I would think. Possibly not tea. Now, of course, you can put a fair bit of meths in it. Do you want tea? Now, let's just move that light away again and we'll see how that heat transfers going up. Melting the handle. That's got pretty good. I think if you wanted to make it for a sort of smaller backpacking cup rather than a wider pan, which is a sort of medium diameter pan here, if you wanted to sort of just for a little cup kit or something, it'd be a case of just poke the jet holes in and very pronounced sort of upward slant on, just stick the pin in and just sort of move it up. You can do this with a pin. Drill bit might be a different story. That's more inclined, I think, to give you a sort of outward jet right round there. Sort of sideways jet rather than upward jet. Now then, what's going on in here? You can see steam. Okay, still. And we can see a rolling boil. So, mission accomplished. And I think those jets are just starting to die off there. So we've got a boil there and about half a litre of water. I wasn't looking at my watch, but on previous tests it's been sort of within 5 minutes certainly. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.